Hey guys, welcome to nerdL.A.G. On today's episode, we talk about our fun adventures yesterday at TNT event. We will have a special guest try to sell us on an anime, and for gaming, we will talk about what we would do to save Nintendo. Hey guys, again, welcome to nerdL.A.G. This is Tien. I have Zach next to me, and we have a special guest today. What's your name?
My name is Austin. First time on the show. I guess long time listener.
Yay! And he is actually a friend of mine.
That sounded like a forced yay. It was like yay.
I don't. I hate you right now.
Instead of yays, we just need to go.
Oh my god, my life is ruined.
Damn it! I was getting that in my mind again. I'm not gonna explain what's in my mind, but I hate you for that.
2 words: hard gay.
You
I have a perfect image
do
of
not
this in
look
your
that
head.
up. Do not look that up.
Anyway,
Okay, I've lost my track of it. Okay, there we go.
he lost his train of thought on his track.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting picked on today. All right, guys. Well, on today's episode, we'll start out with some fun adventures we had at TNT. Where was it at again, Zach?
Okay, so it was at the Doubletree Hotel in Tulsa, downtown Tulsa. It was a side kind of party thing for Tokyo and Tulsa's anime convention. So what they do on a regular basis, they have like Halloween parties, they have Christmas parties, and they just started this new thing called Sakura Fest because in Japan they respect the cherry blossom, and it's a big event for them. It's kind of like how it is for kind of like the 4th of July for us.
Okay,
it's
okay.
not
That's awesome.
it's not for independence or anything, but it's so big that everybody celebrates it.
Yeah.
And it's a big thing. People get their businesses, they go out under the cherry blossom trees. They all get drunk. So you see like businessmen getting drunk, getting their clothes ripped off. They're sliding on like their tarps that they lay on. You know, it's just a lot of fun.
And we didn't get that drunk, did we?
No, I don't think we've ever been that drunk.
No, actually, yes.
Mariah has.
And Adam has.
That Yu-Gi-Oh tournament with me and Adam was amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, it was held at downtown. We had about a group of how many people? About 8 people with us.
Someone like that.
Yeah, and you know it was a 2-story area. We had the bottom floor, which had karaoke, 2 karaoke rooms, and upstairs was a gaming room. We'll talk about that in just a sec. When we went there, I mean, we all got there. We all got some food. They had a little bit of some like the egg rolls, mini egg rolls. They had
Finger food.
Yeah, finger food. So with that,
egg rolls and the little wieners wrapped up in bread.
And all in all, the event was, was nice, but the whole adventure for us was like one of the weirdest adventures we've ever had in a long while.
It was just a odd one.
Yeah. Like, we walked in, one of the first odd things I will admit is watching Ashley and them all play Mario Kart. That was the weirdest thing to me because I've never seen them actually sit and play a game in public like that. I don't care what you say.
No, I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, wait a minute. That's very true. You never see that.
Yeah. I was sitting there going, they're racing?
It's not just the fact that they're playing in a video game. They're sitting down. They're not dancing. They're competitive, and it's racing.
Yeah. I was confused and scared going, what is wrong with this? So we went out, we talked to people, and then we went downstairs and, we looked around a little more, saw the rooms. Then we actually found Adam. And we're like, oh, the karaoke's there. He got him signed up for karaoke because that's Adam's favorite thing to do when he has TNT.
I cannot sing.
Oh, yeah. And then, but then we were like, we
can't either.
Yeah. And then after, when we were like waiting for him to sing, we found a room where it was supposed to be a secondary karaoke or something.
It was just more of a video.
Yeah, a
music video room.
So we went in there. No one's in there, and this guy's just playing music. So they're like, screw it. And they all started dancing. And then watching Adam dance. Have well, Austin,
I haven't.
You have
no
not seen
insight on
Adam
this one.
dance. We will have videos for you later. Oh, and
Just think of the ideal white boy dance.
Oh, I'm picturing myself at that. I'll stop you there. I already know that.
no ideal white boy dance with no rhythm plus a little bit of Carlton.
It hurts when you describe it.
And watching that, and then it's like, okay, well, then the girls were like, let's try to do it. So they started doing the Atom.
Oh, jeez, the Atom.
And I'm just sitting there going, what the
So
hell?
technically, we can call that the Addams Family.
It's the
Trademarked.
yeah, it's trademark, whatever it is. But it was just weird because it looks like such a randomness of movements, but they were having a hard time actually mimicking it.
It's actually so advanced that it looks like it's not anything.
There's like an incredible amount of brain process into this that you don't expect.
Yeah,
It's like a certain martial art.
Yeah,
Like the
it-
drunken
yeah,
martial
yeah.
art.
You
It
just-
looks loose and sloppy, but it's actually very accurate.
yeah, and it was like I'm just standing there because I save my dancing for very few occasions, and I'm like, no. then Zach came in and Angelus came in, and then they played a slow song, so they started just doing slow
dances,
dancing, and
yep.
I'm just standing here going, this is our group, and we had people just walk by, look at us.
And I tried to get you to dance with a girl, but then you took your opportunity away.
Oh, that's what you were doing.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
I know.
Must have been the soccer trees.
It must have been a lot of things. Trust me on that. The denseness of my head is unbelievable.
Yeah, I was like, hey, you two aren't dancing. You guys should totally dance together. And you're like, no, I'm not a good dancer. I don't dance that. I'm like, just do it.
Okay. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
pretty funny.
Yeah, you should have just looked at me and then hit me in the back of the head. And went, God damn it! Dude." So after all that, we went back into the karaoke room, and dear
We
God,
stayed there for a while.
you guys stayed there. The old Asian people left the room because we were like, it's too hot. We're going away, and just walked into actually a room with no one in there. We're like, this is nice. So, and then when we came back, we was like, oh, Adam's coming to sing soon. And we actually had Adam and a couple others. Katie,
We had, Adam, Katie, Laura, Leah, and I don't think Mariah sung. She just danced.
she just danced.
She just grinded and shook her thing.
Yeah. And they started, but we heard some interesting singers. So the first one was, I think Adam was the one when everyone first had that huge reaction.
Oh, yeah, he did his trademark song, Barbie Girl.
Yes. Hold on.
We've
Hold on.
We've got video.
I was going to show it to him so he could get a view of it. But tradition, it dictates we always know what that looks like. And was it, hold on.
We'll
actually,
show him later.
Yeah. The first thing I have is, actually, I've never seen him do that.
Really?
I've always thought he sung it off key, but not like that. Was that always how he's done it?
Yeah.
Or did he like intentionally?
He can't sing.
I know, but I didn't know.
No, that's just he just can't sing.
he yeah, you watch. I was sitting there. I was
He's
like,
too focused on dancing and
yeah,
having
I was just
fun.
like, I was going,
That's the idea.
of all these times, I've never actually watched you've done this. The crap. And he got the crowd. He always gets the crowd reaction.
Yeah,
to
it
him,
was
like-
almost a standing
Yeah,
ovation.
That's
it's-
awesome.
And he actually signed up for a second song. After that, I think we had Katie and Leah did "Sexy Back."
Was it that one?
No, it was the two girls, wasn't it?
Well, I know Leah and Ashley went up there, and then it was the wrong song.
Oh yeah,
and then they came back, and then
Yeah.
Laura went up
Yeah,
and
and
sung
she
her song.
which was Sunday mornings from Room 5. She did a good job.
Yep. And then after that, it was
The two women, wasn't it?
Katie, I think.
Was it Katie? And
Yeah.
she did "Sexy Back."
Yeah. No, she did something else on her own, didn't she?
No, I don't remember she did.
You're asking somebody who can't even remember what he just had for breakfast.
Yeah, you had waffles. You had waffles.
The only reason I remember is I was envious. I was like, oh, waffles.
Yeah.
I've got more if you want them.
No, I'm just messing with you.
But then Katie and Leah went and sung "Sexy Back," and then
And that got the crowd hopping.
yeah, and Mariah went up there and just started dancing, and then I saw Adam sitting there. I was like, Adam, why aren't you going to dance? And he's like, oh yeah, walked right up, right behind them, and started doing his dance,
The Adam.
the Adam,
The Adams family.
the Adams family dance, and then another guy went right next to him and started doing this like a different type of dance, but really just pretty much doing hard gay. Really, I will admit he was doing that motion.
That was one of his friends from Smash Brothers.
Oh, was it now?
Uh-huh.
And then and then the girls were saying, yeah, it was nice, but we had this creepy camera guy in front of us. And
There was a creepy.
yeah, there was a
guy.
camera.
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah, and
There's always one. Or
yeah,
a
there's
couple.
always
they're
one.
kinda
But
weird.
the funny part is the creepy camera guy put it up the video on Facebook now.
Oh, he did.
Them singing, her, Katie, and Mariah. There's a video now on Facebook.
Oh,
of it.
geez, I want to watch that.
Yeah, so that's on Facebook now.
Majority of this night sounds like it's documented rather well.
Actually, it is quite documented.
actually is.
And after that was Adam's second song
Oh, geez.
with Leia,
Yep.
and it was "Let It Go."
Let It Go by
was
Frozen.
Hey, that's hitting the top grossing charts.
I know,
Yeah.
and just watching that.
Adam, I love you if you're listening, but
You can't carry on
sing. But you
You
do
do.
put on a great performance.
Yeah. Like he knows, he's like, I can't sing, but I could make a star out of me.
Yep. It was fun. It was a lot of fun
Oh,
watching
yeah.
karaoke because a lot of our group, we do a lot of karaoke here at the house, but we don't do it that often in public.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm so happy we don't have a karaoke machine here.
I've been thinking about getting
No! No, we do not need a karaoke. Look how bad I spiked. No, we don't need that. We have enough problems as is.
So after
All that. That was.
after the karaoke thing,
I still can't. I still was laughing with those two ladies singing that song.
what song was
What
that?
was
they were
the
singing?
song? Oh, it was Justin Bieber. Love Me? No, Love You Yourself.
I don't know. I was singing it this morning.
Love
Yeah.
Yourself. It
Yeah,
was
that's
Love
what
Yourself.
It was.
And they were doing just that type where it's like one was
One
singing
person was singing,
and the other one was just saying words in the background, and it's like that is just hilarious.
It's like the hype man.
what was it? Go and love yourself. Yeah, you should go and love yourself. Stuff like that. It was just really funny.
It was funny, but after the karaoke, I think we were actually heading out. And,
yeah.
and we was taking a break,
Took some pictures.
took some pictures. They stood in the freaking hotel for like 20 minutes because they thought I was in the bathroom.
We're like waiting on Tinian this whole time, and then Katie comes in. She's like, "Why are you guys still standing in here? We're waiting on Tien wherever he went. We don't know where he went. He's out here with us." Oh, never mind.
Then we went to Whataburger.
Yeah. That was an
Oh
experience.
gosh, dang it! We
We
like Whataburger,
we're
but
standing in line. All the girls are up.
actually they weren't behind all the guys. Actually, when we originally lined up.
And these two gentlemen walked in, which apparently had alcohol breath.
And
and
were
they-
way older than.
Yeah, they were quite old, and they stood very, very, very close to the women. And it almost looked like they were either going to steal something or cop a feel.
Oh.
And so my eyes were constantly on them the moment they walked in.
Yeah,
And
and pretty much when they were told, I was told the situation. I pretty much went, okay, you guys are now
like
in
they
front
kept
of
they
me.
kept trying to
Yeah,
talk
isn't
to
Yeah.
the girls and
So
stuff.
pretty
and-
much, I set them in front of me when we were in line to keep them behind me, and then we got our food, sat down, and we sat.
and they sat down in a table pretty decently far away from us. And then we start getting our food. Well, they moved from the table right next to the table to us.
To the girls.
They have rather strong
Yeah.
alcohol confidence.
Yeah.
They're going.
It
Yes.
was,
And then me and Zach were like,
let's trade seats.
let's trade seats.
So we trade the
and
girls
then,
the seats, and then
and then we had that whole mix up, which I didn't know was happening, which was like they started talking to Ashley. And I sat down because I was like, oh, there's a blank seat here. I don't want them to try to scoot into that seat.
Mhm.
But that was actually for her to leave.
yeah, Ashley was trying to get out of the booth, but Tien blocked her in on accident.
Yeah, I was trying to protect her, and it's like, oh, okay, so we let her. And then they started talking to us, and I'm like, how much can we fake this conversation so they think we're out of state?
Yeah.
It's like plot twist. Tien was actually working with him because he's just blocking the scene.
No, that gets on later. That's a later story when I'm called some things.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny.
But they started talking to us, and we're like, let's see, we're from out of town. It's like, oh,
yeah,
you
they're like,
should-
what? Where are you guys coming from, or where are you guys going? We're like, oh, we went to a Japanese festival. Oh, where's it at? I want to go. And
It's
we're like, oh, well, we don't know where it is because we're not out of Tulsa.
I love how we were like saying we don't know where it is, yet we just went to it.
Yeah.
And they
And-
were so gone. They were
And
like,
they were like,
okay.
wait a minute, so you already went? I'm like, yeah. Well, where is it? we don't know.
Yeah, they just accepted it.
Yeah, they're
Well,
like, okay, fine.
yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
And then anyway, so we left from there and we went to the Max.
Yes, where you and Adam and,
And
your
my sister
didn't go in,
Yeah.
and I went in there just as protection because bar Saturday night, stuff like that.
Mhm.
You never know. And so
Yeah,
we
me
had-
and Adam and Natalie, we went to.
what did you guys do there? I'll go with my.
We went to
story.
a sex store. If there's one thing you should never do, is go to a sex store with your sister.
on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
At what time was it? Midnight?
You learn things that you don't want to learn.
Oh god.
And you see things you don't want to see.
There are some stories there that we'll just leave alone, isn't there?
It was fun. It was different.
Different.
We made
Yeah.
fun of a lot of things.
Yeah.
They have some very unique things in there. Some
I'm not-
things that will surprise the human body or mind.
I was like, human body, did you use some things?
No,
What?
we just I saw things that I cannot unsee.
And your sister was next to you. Wow, that's so comforting.
But
Oh.
it was a lot of fun. And then we left from there and started talking in the car. And while all that was happening,
We went in there. We started,
went into the bar.
yeah, and Ashley met her friends, which I think you know them. I don't know their names, though, because they were a little gone, so I didn't get a reintroduction. They had a little bit of
Shelby. It was
Eh.
her 21st birthday,
so they were having
and her friends.
Yeah, they were having that fun 21st birthday feel. And they just started dancing, having fun. The girls all got a couple drinks. Pretty much they kept dancing, having fun. And pretty much I stood in the side just watching them, making sure no one comes towards them or anything like that. Because
Right.
all of them had a boyfriend stuff, but just in case, I was the bodyguard pretty much. And Angels was there with his girl, so he was having fun. Played a couple of games. I played a 6-shooter game. And throughout the night, they were having fun. Music was crazy. It was loud. I've never really done like a bar scene stuff like that. So I'm sitting here like, yeah, I am the old man of this group. Oh no, gosh, dang it, this is just crazy. So one time, they got a couple of females dancing with them, and the females asked them, "So who's there's that creepy guy staring at you guys over there," and they were pointing to me. And they're like, no, he's our friend. He's actually a really nice guy. He's actually protecting us, watching us. So she's like, oh, that's really sweet. He's a really good guy for doing that. I was like, and I'm like, I heard that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. They told me that. I was like, that's cool. That's cool. So, they kept dancing. And I think the last dance, which really screwed me, was, I don't even remember the song, but but Mariah was really having fun with a dance. And when she really has fun with a dance, she gets low. Let's go with that. And Zach knows what I'm talking about.
Sorry, I'm distracted.
I know you are distracted. But she started dancing. So a guy actually, like another guy who's with his girl, went over to me and it's like, hey, see you staring at those girls there. It's like, yeah, I'm their friend. It's like, so you know them? Yeah, I'm one of their friends. I'm just watching out, making sure they're okay. And it's like, so you're one of their boyfriends? It's like, no, I'm just a friend. They all have someone. And it's like,
yeah.
okay. I was like, it's like, whatever, He then went over in front of them.
I was about
and
to ask.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then he's like, hey, so this guy? He's sort of a pedophile.
Oh my god. It just like escalates.
And I'm just sitting here going, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, really, mother? I'm like, okay, I want to see how this goes. I was like, no, he's a friend. He's just watching out for us and stuff like that. And I'm just sitting here going, you.
Well, I like how the adjective, because it's like pedophile. I think of like children. But
Yeah.
everybody in the bar is like 21 years
Yeah.
old. So it's like
It's like, am I really that old? And
That's what I said. I was like, wait, don't you mean not pedophile, but
Like stalker.
Stalker.
Stalker would be the right
yeah,
term?
or
Yeah.
there's another P word. What is it? I can't remember.
I don't know, rapist, serial thing. I don't know what. I was just sitting like, really? I want to see how this goes. And no, they just said, no, he's our friend. He's watching out for us. It's like, and he's still going on that. Are you sure about this? I'm like,
I think he was just probably trying to talk to him.
I don't know. Yeah,
That's what we've concluded.
Yeah, and
It's a terrible pickup line. Is this guy a pedophile?
He's like, I think this guy's trying to
Pedophile.
rape you.
Yeah.
Hey, my name's John.
yeah.
I'm trying to rape you.
Yeah. And I was just like, yeah. And then after that, we were like, yeah, we're done now. We left right after that. But some of those drunk and high people dancing there. There was one guy that had the weirdest dance. It could challenge Adams in a way.
Oh, jeez.
Because all he did was first he did a step, then slide, then a step, slide. He kept doing that. And we looked, and they were like, "Wow, his eyes are so glassed over right now." And for like 5 minutes, he kept doing that. And his girlfriend came over and like got him.
Gee. You've witnessed too much, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So after that, we got in your car and we started heading home. And you had the final point of the night.
What happened?
You took the wrong turn.
Oh yeah, I went down a one-way road, the wrong way.
Yeah, and then this guy just like started running towards the
Yeah,
car.
I'm driving down the wrong way, and for one, there's people walking in the middle of the road, and they're not moving. I'm just like, I have a car. You guys are just move. Anyway, I start driving after they move. And this guy starts running out to the street, waving his arms, going, "Hey, idiot, you're going the wrong way." He's obviously drunk. He's just freaking out. And I'm going like maybe 10 miles an hour. And he's like, you're going the wrong way. And I'm like, thanks.
Like, maybe you're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm just like, crap, I am. I'm sorry, but I can't turn around. I'll just finish going the wrong way and take a right, and I'll be right. But I mean, there's no cars coming, so I was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But and then so I just ignored him, and
Then your sister was about to start something.
yeah, my sister rolls down the window, starts yelling at him. I'm just like, jeez.
I was hoping that she didn't really curse him out because I was like, dang it.
And
Now I got to deal with this.
And this was downtown, right?
This was
Yeah,
downtown.
So yeah, I know the traffic down there is terrible.
Yeah.
just every
People just
way
walking
is a
in.
one way, and so you don't know
Yeah.
which way is the one
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish it was like a lot more. Like I wish they like painted arrows on the roads.
They
Like-
do.
Well, no, like every like 3
Like,
feet.
glow in the dark painted, so it's a lot easier
Well,
to see.
that too.
Yeah,
But,
something
like,
to
it's
make-
just something that is 100% like, oh, I know this is a one way, not just the little black signs that you got to look for in the corners.
I just
And I was in the middle of the road. I
Yeah.
didn't know which way to turn, left or right.
It was
Yeah.
a little crazy at the end. I mean, honestly, we had it made me go, downtown.
And I did something for the first time in my life,
what?
and I'm so pissed about it.
What?
Okay, so I don't know if you know, but I'm a big car guy.
Oh yeah.
Now I know.
And I pride myself on my driving skill a lot because I used to do drifting and racetrack stuff like that.
Sick.
And for me, I've never curb rashed a wheel in my life.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
actually,
and
considering.
I did it
Yeah.
for the first time the other day doing a U-turn. Or not a U-turn. Yeah, it was a U-turn.
Oh, okay.
A U-turn, and I just bought my car about a month ago.
Yeah, his precious car.
and-
my Lexus.
The
Yeah.
rim is all.
It's barely, but a little bit to me is a
As I said,
lot.
but you notice it because it's something you care about a lot.
Yes.
So, yeah.
To know if I go out there, it'll be hard for you to find. But to me, it's like I just wrecked my entire car. You know, it's,
Gotta get a new one.
yeah. So I embarrassed myself ridiculous. I didn't let anybody see it, but I was really upset. I'm still really pissed about
He's
it.
pissed
but
off of being, of having a little damage to the car. I got called pedophile, and I'm okay with it.
Yay, our priorities.
All right, I think we've had a fun time with life. Let's move on to.
Well, wasn't there a little bit something else?
Well, it
Was
was.
it the spirit bomb and the guy?
What are we talking about here? I don't know which way we're going now.
I'm lost also.
Yes.
I think we're.
We'll go on to our usual anime world and have here Austin talk and give a bit of his introduction, how he is, by telling us about an anime that he wants us to watch.
Okay, fair enough. Well, part of the new season of anime, I found this anime, which I'm gonna butcher the name entirely. I'm gonna preface that.
I'm Asian. You're lucky.
I
You're
can,
fine.
I can probably correct it.
Yeah,
All right.
he's on my.
And then I hand
He's
it to you after I read it.
Yeah.
The Kotu Tetsujo no Kabaniri.
So what is it?
Basically, like, have you guys seen Attack on Titan?
We know of it. Trust me, we know
I
of
was about to
it.
say, is it? Basically, it's that kind of like apocalyptic world, but
Okay.
instead of giants, there's basically these people that are basically it's kind of like zombies. It's kind of like a steampunk world. These zombies have like steel hardened skin, and
Okay.
like, the only way to kill them is basically to puncture their heart.
Okay.
And in the steampunk world, they have these like little cities that are like on checkpoints along this like massive like kind of railroad type of thing, and these are like the only safe points in the entire world left. Everybody else is like Kabaneri, and they use these kind of like almost like a railway rifle. And they
What
basically-
is Kabaneri or Kabaneri?
These are the people that are infected. They have like the steel hardened skin.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you get bitten, you turn into one. It's basically kind of a zombie.
Yeah,
type
it's a
thing.
zombie style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an advanced zombie.
Right. Yeah, and it's like steampunk, so they still have like a fair amount of technology, but some people still use swords and whatnot. So it's kind of cool. And basically, it starts off as this train that's being attacked by them because they're like superhuman type of.
So they're
creatures.
fast runners,
Yeah,
strong.
yeah, very strong, and man, it's really graphic, kind of like Attack on Titan in terms of like.
Blood
violence.
content, violence.
Yeah.
Well, I
Like,
can
people
already
getting,
tell
like,
you,
bitten, like,
I'm sold.
limbs off. Yeah,
Really?
It's really like honestly, it's earned its spot as like one of the top anime
Ones
seasons.
for now.
Yeah, like
Well, who's the main character you
that's
follow?
what I was about to get at. As I
Okay.
preface like the area. One, I really like the color scheme. It's really dark.
Okay.
And the main character, it kind of prefaces as like he's lost his family basically, and he really hates running away. So you kind of got that he's really angsty to just fight.
Yeah.
Well, his circumstances, he tries to protect someone who they assume.
Oh.
What?
Have you seen it?
No, I've seen. Yeah, this is actually one I have been wanting to see. I've heard so much good reviews about it.
So good.
This is the one with the girl who has like the bow and arrow, and there's another one that has like weapons on her feet or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And
I'm not gonna spoil. That's a really
yeah,
awesome
I've
scene.
heard so freaking much good things about
Oh,
this.
it's so good.
I've got a friend watching this, and he's like, "If you watch anything, you got to watch this right now."
There's only 3 episodes out, and I'm I've caught up with like day one as soon as it was
Okay.
released.
How is so? You said the artwork's dark and
Oh,
Yeah,
the
it's very
artwork.
apocalyptic.
Okay,
It's
I'm
so
sitting
beautiful.
here. The artwork is crisp.
Yeah, it
It's
very much is.
very crisp.
Like they see like ashes and the embers flying in the sky. It just
Yeah,
it just really
the coloring
it's
is
just-
amazing.
Let me
Yeah,
see
dude,
some
the
of-
artwork is phenomenal.
It is really next up in my opinion.
Oh, it is really nice artwork. That is really good.
I think it tops Attack on Titan by far.
Yeah. It totally for me it did. In terms of like artwork style, I think honestly I'm more hooked into this one than I was Attack on Titan.
I like the idea of it. Being trained, traveling.
and that's what I was gonna make a
it's
point.
Like a traveling fortress. It's awesome.
I've noticed over the past couple of years, they're starting to incorporate a lot of train stuff into anime,
Like steampunk
rail
type stuff.
wars
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that, which is cool because a lot of people love trains. I don't really understand it, but I like trains. They're cool. I mean, I like trains.
Well, it's also nice because it's sort of the idea of reincorporating things that were all once big and like somehow diminished and reintroducing them.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen that with a lot of other things like medievals. Like when we were little, we wanted to be those unbelievable things like pirates and
Astronaut.
astronaut.
yeah.
That's
and,
what I wanted to be.
Yeah, and like
Still do.
like the things like dinosaurs and all that stuff. But as we get older, as the
You
generation,
wanted to be a dinosaur?
I
You
wanted
wanted
to
to be
go. I wanted to be a dinosaur. Yes, think about it. Yeah, I was.
I wouldn't doubt. I mean,
Yeah,
or
when I
wouldn't
was 5, I wanted to be a dinosaur. Who wouldn't want to be?
I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but those things like we thought knights, samurai, all that stuff, and as we grow older, those diminish because they were. But it gave us imagination. We don't see a lot of that these days either.
I don't know. My imagination's pretty amazing.
Your imagination is pretty amazing. Yes, but that's set up in a different format, more towards the R18 type. But I mean, like kids these days with the technology, I mean, do you see them actually dreaming of doing cowboys and Indians, which I know that's politically incorrect, but like that, or doing samurais or knights or anything like that?
It's more military, but that's
Yeah.
U.S.
Yeah, and it's
It could be different everywhere.
yeah, and
I bet you in Japan it's probably like, oh, I'm a samurai.
yeah, it's stuff like that. But those things where we don't see a lot of that anymore.
Mhm.
We still see a lot of declining of those type of ideas that we used to have. And I mean, this is sort of that to resurgence of it, because that's a positive. That means at least we're bringing back to the past. We're trying to improve it.
And they're doing something different.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing. There's something. I mean,
well, actually, that reminds
you
me.
got that name pretty spot on, by the
Yeah,
way.
and
It
another
was
thing-
Koto Tetsujo.
yeah,
no Kabani, I think
Tetsujo no Kabe Neiri.
yeah.
And another
Or
thing about that is,
Cabernet.
I think it reminds me like some of that is like Snowpiercer, actually a movie that came out.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can really relate some of those
Those
things.
things
to
in
this,
there,
except
yeah.
for
What
not,
is it? Snow what?
Snowpiercer.
haven't
It's
heard about
it's
it.
a Korean. It was a Korean directed movie, but it had American actors and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It's kind
It,
of really psychological.
yeah, that one's psychological. Chris Evans is in
Ooh,
it.
Adam might like that.
And that one I've heard. Actually, they edited that one out for Americans because they believed that they couldn't handle all the stuff.
Well, like this anime was like, I mean, in terms of like,
Snowpiercer?
Yeah.
yeah, The same concept with like the train being like basically like the last hope. That's really kind of what that train symbolizes.
Okay.
Nothing like storyline wise.
Okay. How would you say the music is? Because that's one of the things
yes.
Zach here loves. Like,
I am also a music guy, and like battle scenes and like setting up emotional plots. Really, they did a good job with this one. I wouldn't say is like the best out of all of the new season of anime, but it's definitely up there. They really have that like. There's one part, a battle scene. They kind of like fade in this like really awesome like rock type of music going on, and I was just gonna I kind of like rewatch the scene because I was like, oh, I love this. This is so great. Yeah, I was like, woo! Yeah, it was so good.
Okay, and opening ending. How are those? The opening ending. Usually,
that is something that like you guys heard the one that I played earlier from the Asterisk Wars.
Yeah.
I really like kind of like ones like those. So this one, I liked, but it again wasn't my favorite. I think it's growing on me though. I think by the end of the season I'll just be like,
acquired taste.
yeah, I'll be like, woo, I really like the sound.
Yeah, it's 10 years from now you'd be like, oh, I love this song.
Yes, exactly. Because like it starts off and it's just kind of like it almost sounds like an older anime in terms of like I guess that's kind of how I describe it. Is like I feel like I've heard
like the 90s style openings.
Yeah. With clear audio.
Yeah, of course, with clear audio. Yeah, no doubt.
None of the.
Yeah. But I really liked it. The visual, the opening scenes are really cool for that correlate with the song. Really kind of at a loss for the ending. I don't know why I can't remember it, but
usually it's one of the things actually Zach also looks at. He loves openings and endings, and
I'm big about music, artwork, plot, and stories.
Like
I'm odd. I always watch like the OPs and the EDs on all my animes. Like I don't actually skip over them, which is kind of weird because how much I watch. I'm just like, you'd think I'd get bored of it, but usually
usually they have a good one because that's how they catch you.
What's the English name of that anime?
Something Iron Fortress, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Is what I think it is.
Cabaneri?
Yeah, Kabaneri.
And with this, I mean, you gave rave reviews, but what are some things that you want them to improve? Because if you like, if you usually like something, you always can see some hiccups or some inaccuracies or something like that. What do you see right now in it that you feel like maybe they'll fix that? Because there's only 3 episodes out, so.
Well, they did a solid job on making, how most animes have that really strong, like overpowered main character.
Okay.
Well, they kind of in this one they did a good job of kind of balancing it between like 2 characters, like the main.
Okay,
characters.
so
wow.
So yeah, so it's kind of really cool. Like one's like super, like I guess you could kind of relate it to like Naruto and Sasuke. Sasuke's had like that innate ability to do this already, and the main character is kind of like Naruto. He's kind of like
the underdog in that way.
Yeah, he's kind of like learning what he can do, because I will say that. You learn, I mean, you can see it from this picture, or maybe not, but he does, I'm not going to say anything else, but he does get bitten in literally the first episode.
Oh, wow.
So there has to be a catch to it.
It's an Attack on Titan.
That's what I've noticed.
That's
like,
exactly,
oh my God.
Like
it has a lot of Attack on Titan feel to it. And that's what.
Exactly.
And that's also what I worry, because is it just another copy of that in a way? Because you know how it is with some animation.
It's probably just a different direction.
Like, in this one's like, how Aaron could turn into like a Titan and stuff like that. It's kind of similar like that. It's like his abilities, I guess you could relate to the enemy. And I think that's really cool. And he really doesn't know what he can do. So, I mean, like, the other main character is kind of, like, helping him balance out. But I guess if there's anything I could tweak about him...
Or tweak about anything about the show. Because, you've watched 3 episodes. It has a small amount. But what would you say would help? Or something that you feel like...
I guess people's reaction to him, I guess, I would probably change. They're really... I mean, like, in the beginning, it's obvious. Like, you would... it's actually really emotional. Like, it grips you pretty good. The thing about it is like people like really you would hate him but like to them they don't change no matter like what he does, I guess. At least most of the characters. There's one
you want to see more
one in particular that I'm just
you want to see more of the NPCs pretty much and to actually be more positive and not just shun him because he's it's not showing growth of the surroundings with that.
I'm probably angering a lot of people with my review for this, but I will say that
we're a podcast. Who gives a care?
But I will say that like I will see that I definitely see that changing within the next couple of episodes. 100%. So I mean, a lot of these things that I'm like will probably
Yeah,
be
it will be
100%
fixed up in later. And
Yeah, but
okay.
this has been like nonstop action, so.
So you're into the action stuff, I see, and you know.
Yeah,
all- I'm into all of
what
it.
is your
Yeah,
type of anime?
Literally all of it. Like this one right now is kind of like the kind of like the drama, like action. Again, post-apocalyptic. I watch like. I guess you could say kind of like the slice of life type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like
Yeah.
comedy, or
Yeah.
like the harem, or just like the
Yeah.
scene. Yeah, just.
Wow, he really does fit well in this crew.
Oh, yeah.
I watch literally like all of it. Like
Yeah.
Okay,
like if it's
so-
just comedy or if it's like brutal, like
Okay, ask you-
sadness,
ask
or
him,
mystery.
Yeah, because I've got a question,
Mhm.
and this normally kind of gives me an idea of what people really like a lot.
Mhm.
If you were sent to an island for the rest of your life,
Mhm.
and you could only bring 3 animes with you,
Oh God.
what would be the top 3?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I
like-
know it's hard. It's kind of like saying, okay, which one's your favorite child? But it's for me, it changes a lot, but they stay pretty constant. Like I love Initial D. I can't live without my Initial D.
I feel like a lot of people would say Full Metal Alchemist.
Full
Well,
Metal Alchemist is a
Yeah,
pretty
but
common
what would
one.
you say? That was what a lot of people say. What would you say? And if you choose Full Metal Alchemist, Original Brotherhood,
Brotherhood.
who was that person who actually liked the original? I met someone who liked.
I think
the,
it was Adam or Christian. Might have been Christian.
Someone actually said they liked original better than Brotherhood. I'm like, wow.
He's a snowflake.
Yeah, I was like that. What's a what?
Yeah, you don't see a lot of people who like the original over the
Yeah, but what would your 3 be if you could choose?
I would probably have to narrow this down to years, I think.
He has
I've-
different eras.
Yeah, different era. Well, I guess seasons, I guess. My first anime was actually a romance anime called Sakuroso no Pet Kanojo.
The Pet Girl of Soccer.
Yes, that is it.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
I
that's
love
my
the Pet
fa-
Girl of Soccer. So that's one of my favorites.
That's
one I would on my top 3.
That is my first anime I've ever seen. So that has to be.
I
it has
have
to be-
a relatable person.
Oh my God, I wanted the second season so bad. That was my first one, so I'm gonna have to say that's gonna be one of them.
Okay.
Just because it was my first one. I would never say Sword Art because of what it evolved into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And it's too roller coastery.
Yeah.
It's good and then it's bad, and it's good and then it's bad.
Oh, that was the other subject we were going to talk about. Okay, keep going.
Okay. I'm trying to think of like the animes that I guess I first saw that I was just really into. Kill la Kill or not Kill la Kill. Akagami ga Kill.
That
Akame
one
I
ga
have yet
Kill.
to see it, but
That
I've
one's
heard
really
It-
interesting.
I guess
but you know
I
how
kinda
much.
broke my era with that one, but
But the problem is
emotional.
anime and manga because they do a lot of separation on that.
the anime definitely did not end it the way I wanted it to,
So-
like the manga did, and so I guess visuals definitely the anime, like in terms of like all the action and whatnot.
But
that they did, but
it pretty much did
like-
a Full Metal aspect of it too. Okay,
they,
so
they butchered that.
yeah.
in,
So would Akame ga Kill be one?
I think it would just because
Okay.
it's like one of those
It brings us some action to
yeah,
you and
yeah,
a little bit of romance
emotions,
and
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
one more.
So far, he's got a pretty decent. He's got some good
Romance,
romance fictional romance. What's the word?
slice of life comedy.
Well, yeah, he's got that. He's got some good slice of life comedy because that Pet Girl Soccer show is
Okay.
deep and it's
He also
good.
has
yeah,
action.
It's so good.
He has action,
Yep.
drama.
Yep.
So he's got a good variety. But
and it's a game. It's not a game. It's
Yeah.
more.
it's a
what is-
fantasy. It's
Yeah,
towards
fantasy.
a
That's
fantasy.
the word.
fantasy,
Thank you,
yeah.
fantasy.
So what would your third one be here?
Well, it's kind of tough because literally I do watch like every type of version of or I guess genre.
Same here.
Like High School DxD. That's not gonna be one of them. That's not gonna be one of them.
I like it. I
yeah,
love
it's
DSD.
really good. It's really good.
It's fun and it's actually a good read.
Yeah. Which is kind of surprising. Like at first, I was like, I hope nobody walks in while I'm watching.
Right.
this.
That's why I read it. It's like no one can.
That's
see
how
the
I feel
difference.
when I'm watching like Televru. I'm like, no one walk in, please.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen
Oh,
that one.
it gets so much worse.
Oh,
Yeah,
it does.
that's
Like-
borderline hentai.
I was-
Actually,
it
it's-
is. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
like,
no,
at this
because
time,
it's on us. Isn't it produced in like a jump?
No,
Well, it's produced. It's produced by a national one where actually,
It airs.
yeah. So I'm like,
It's borderline.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
definitely etchy. It's 100%
yeah.
etchy, but it's
borderline,
borderline hentai.
yeah.
Yeah, especially have you seen Darkness? I think.
No, I haven't yet.
What's the name?
The character Darkness or
No, To Love Your Darkness. It's
yeah,
like
no,
another-
I've read that. Oh my gosh, it gets so much.
It's pretty in depth on that one. For my third one, I think I'll try to go like a mystery one, I guess.
Have you seen Erase?
I was about to say Erased.
Wow.
Erased would probably be one of my candidates. There's also another. Another was a really good horror mystery one.
Horror. Wow, I haven't heard of anybody use a horror in one of theirs.
We should make him watch Ghost Stories.
Oh God, yes. Have you seen Ghost Stories?
I have not actually.
Oh my God, we got like this evil grin on our face.
Yeah, I'm like, that's kind of like
That's
looking
the
at you like-
Halloween special.
Yeah.
oh God. And then there's also Future Diaries. Future Diaries was really good too.
Wow, that's interesting because I didn't actually like it.
You didn't like? Oh. I think the reason I liked it was maybe because I watched the entire thing. Like when you watch the entire thing, it's like.
Well, yeah, and see, I never watched the entire thing. Have you ever seen Shiki?
No, I have not.
Ooh, if you like Future Diaries, you would freaking die for Shiki. Almost, maybe literally. Like it's so
I'm
good.
actually gonna add it to my list of
Yes.
things to do.
He has a lot of stuff.
Shiki
Well,
is a good like horror, dark mystery, emotional. It's like it's not Future Diaries, but it's like on the same kind of mental level, I guess.
It's like psychological.
Yeah,
thriller, I guess.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's good. You'd like it.
There's another mystery one, that actually a new one that came out this season. It's like ReZero. Let me find
I
it.
saw that ReZero. I saw that cover for that. It looked interesting.
Was that the one with the mechs?
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah. It
We-
is. It's basically like. I guess I should finish my previous thought. I think out of all of those, I would probably go with Erased because that one I got emotionally attached to that one.
That one was
Okay,
good.
so I'm actually pretty what's the word? Surprised that
Yeah.
there's no any old school stuff.
The reason I didn't choose old school, cause that's kind of what I was like era wise. Like I have different eras for like, I guess favorites for every era.
Mhm.
What's it? I know.
Because one of mine is Initial D, and that's started in the 90s. And I like to put Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball up there, and that started in the 80s.
Yeah. Also like One Piece.
One Piece is always on my list.
Yeah,
Okay.
One Piece is definitely, and I have yet to watch One Piece because it's just I can't get into it.
I watched it when I was younger. I haven't, just because there's so many episodes. I don't think I've
I
continued.
keep telling you, just go with the Wada 7. It will help.
Yeah.
Tien, what are your like top threes?
I told you already.
I know
I already-
Chobits is one.
I already know One Piece is one.
One Piece, Chobits, and the third one's always been like one that's been changing constantly. It just depends on my mood for the third one.
Huh.
Because One Piece is one because it's one of the one, but all of them usually have an effect on me emotionally, and that's why. Like, as I said, I spent my time watching One Piece, and I actually cried through almost every type of emotional scene there was. I would cry to it.
I have cried on one anime.
That's it.
Well,
cried on
like I've
several.
got
I've cried so
several.
many times.
the thing is though, like I do not cry. Like even like
I don't either.
Which is, yeah,
I
which-
cry like a baby on it.
I won't.
Like-
I don't cry in front of my wife at all. Like I think I've cried maybe once, maybe twice, and that's like a real cry. But when I'm watching anime, I don't know what it is, but it just hits me hard. I'm just like, yeah, the
Well, see,
feels
like, I
is
feel
just
the
so
emotional
real.
aspect of it has that. I mean, you invest time and energy in
Yeah.
it, which is weird because you do invest time and energy with your wife or girlfriend or something, but yet it's like, no, but she has to know I look strong. But with anime, you're
It's
like,
you can live another life.
Yeah.
So it's just like-
you can be your real you.
yeah, and that's one of the reasons. Like, and like just seeing it, that Chobits has always been one because
Chobits is a really good one.
it was
I love
it was my
Chobits.
first official manga I ever bought. That one,
She is cute too.
It was I bought when I originally bought manga. It was 3 mangas. My first one was not really a manga; it was Spirited Away, just like the anime book.
Mm-hmm.
Then my first 2 ones were Love Hina and Chobits. So those always,
Oh yeah, I love Hina.
yeah, those have always been aspects. And it's just the idea of what we envelop ourselves with. That I mean, we seen, like you said, you cried. What was the one you cried at?
Oh, it's called Plastic Memories.
Oh my god! Yes,
I was like,
plastic memories.
never
oh
seen
my
the-
god.
Is it?
it will wreck you emotionally. So if you're gonna watch it, have like a nice like weekend. It's
Have
like,
you seen Clannad?
I have not
Okay,
started it because
Let's not talk about that one. I did cry through that one. That was that's
Have you-
that's
have you
the
seen-
after
hearing
story.
about it.
Oh
That's
my
what-
gosh!
Yes, that's what I keep hearing about it. It was the after story is like incredible, and I was like, I wanna
Have you
watch it
seen
anytime.
Anohana?
No, I
Have
have
I
not.
seen
Oh
that?
my god, dude! I'm about to wreck
Yeah,
your
I know,
world.
I know. I already have I think today
I'm about to make you cry
animes.
for weeks.
But that's what's funny. It's the most hilarious thing. Like we can't cry through anything, but with anime, we could actually just go, I don't give a crap. I just
right?
yeah, because you
It
have
turns
to-
us into
yeah,
little girls.
yeah, because and that's what's
Yeah.
weird. It's like everyone says they want a man's man or something like that. It's like
I think a
okay.
man's man is
Able
somebody
to-
who can
yeah.
cry.
who can actually show emotion when
Yeah.
needed and stuff like that. But it's always weird because it's also one of those things where like people say that, but they also want a man with emotion. It's like, what the hell are you asking for then?
They want to rock, but
They
they want to
wanna
rock
rock
that
with
it's
like a
soft
smiley-
and comfortable
Yeah.
to lay on.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
like
a
what-
rock with a smiley face.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, it's like what the heck? And I mean, what was the like? You've cried a couple. You say you cried out of that. I've never seen that series, so I may have to one of these days.
Ew.
I can find several. Like Kimi ni Todoke, I freaking cried at almost every episode because it reminded me of a lot of me and Ashley.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, I can see that
I
now.
literally-
I can see
when,
that.
when it's your real life, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
Hmm?
Kimi, what was
Kimi
it?
ni Todoke?
Have you seen that series?
probably if I saw the
Oh
picture
my
for it.
It's
God.
I've read that. It's a really good series. to read.
Kimi ni Todoke means, what was it?
Not more than a kiss. No.
Kimi ni
I don't.
Todoke.
I don't remember. I could look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now.
But it's a good series. I like that series.
Yeah, I made him read it. It's
Yeah.
so good.
I think there's a light novel to it. Maybe.
Okay, so talking about all this anime and stuff.
Let's move on to Nerd Stump.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've still got to come up with something.
Fine, we'll start off with it. Nerd Stump is a game. I'll explain it to Austin because he's new here. I bet you he knows of it, but I always explain it. It's a game we play, and we start off by picking a character from either anime, video games, or a series from anime or gaming, and we make up 3 clues for it. They could be ranked from really easy to really hard. We get one guess. The other people get one guess of what they think it is. If they are incorrect with all of them, you give one final clue, which could be really, really easy or really, really hard. We usually say really, really easy so someone can get a point. And if we get it right, we get a point. And one of these days, we'll add up goddamn points because Adam needs to do that.
Adam needs to do his homework.
Yes.
It's very overdue.
Since you're new, do you want to do it first? Or you want me to start first?
It's up to you guys.
You start it, Tian.
okay.
Because I've already got one.
Okay. I'll start mine. So mine is.
Oh, what did Kimi ni Todoke mean?
I was looking that up. It means from me to you, I believe.
From me to you. That's what it was. Okay. Sorry. Okay, now back to nerds.
Yep. Mine is an anime series.
Anime series.
Okay. Giant sword.
Berserk.
Well, yes, but still.
Did he get it right?
Yes, he did.
Holy tits.
Okay, well, we usually go all 3, so we give everyone a chance, but you got it
Oh my
right.
God, I'm sorry.
what were the other
I was
three?
just
What were
like,
the
I
other
know
three?
this. I know this one.
Vengeance Story.
Okay. And the third was?
Let me get to it. Fantasy.
I wouldn't have gotten it. No way.
My last.
That's
clue-
impressive. That was really good.
my
I heard
last.
Giant Sword. I've been playing too much Dark Souls, and for some reason,
That's a really good connection.
Beginner's luck is what I
yeah,
call.
yeah.
I call
And then
beginner's luck.
the last clue would have been getting a new anime series, 2006.
Oh, I might have gotten that.
Yeah,
then.
so that's why.
But
Okay, so
he would have got it on
yeah,
all 3.
all right.
even though I've actually never seen the entire show,
Really?
that's it. Yeah.
Ooh, and I read it. It's a great read, but we should do one what we think they're going to do with it one of these days because there's a lot of predictions that we want to see happen because you've watched it, I've read it, and they could have really done it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so your turn, Austin.
Okay. All right.
Just
here we go.
always start off with if it's a anime series, game series, or whatever.
I'll start with like the time frame. It's a video game series.
Okay.
So it is that. It was. Here's it. Released in 2006. It was inspired by Resident Evil 4, Kill Switch, and Bionic Commando.
Okay.
It was a Microsoft exclusive.
Video game series?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
sorry,
so
I
those
sta- I
are
started thinking
those are the first 3. Is that 3 clues?
That's
or-
actually 2.
Okay.
I chose the timeline in with the.
Okay, that's fine.
Just
that's
because
fine.
it was not.
Yeah,
It was kind
yeah.
of obscure. And here's the last one.
It's
It's probably gonna give it away.
it's a Microsoft, so you may have seen it with demos and stuff.
I chose Microsoft, so I was like,
Yeah,
I guess I
yeah.
can make it hard this
Yeah.
way. It is a sad story featuring humans against subterranean enemies.
Oh, I know what it is. I want to see if Zach can get it. I know what it is now.
highly doubt it.
Don't be mean, just like blurt it out.
You seen it?
Okay, so 2006.
Mhm.
What were the the other game series?
It was inspired by Kill Switch,
Resident Evil.
and Bionic Commando.
You did a good job on your
I've
research there.
never played Bionic Commando. Have you even seen it?
It's like a shooter game. It's a shooter adventure game.
Resident Evil, I freaking love. That's just gold. 2006, Resident Evil.
I won't say you'll see like.
I think I know what it is, but I'm gonna wait.
What were the other two clues?
It was a Microsoft exclusive, and it was a sad story featuring humans against subterranean enemies.
That's the biggest clue.
Subterranean. So subterranean means
Underground.
Underground, yeah.
okay. Enemies. Wow, I'm probably not coming up with anything. My gaming is not.
I know.
This is where I shine at games.
Yeah,
from.
yeah. That's really that. It's Gears of War, isn't it?
It is. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, Gears of War.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I know you played the demo. You told me.
Well, I used to. Yeah, I played it a couple
Yeah,
times.
so that's
actually.
why I was like,
not
I
just
was-
the demo, but the actual
Yeah,
game.
so that's why I was like, I think you know of it, but that's
But
why.
see, I didn't like it.
I was gonna
Oh,
be
you
like,
didn't?
No, I actually hated it.
I will admit, I did not like it either.
I mean,
It's just I don't
the
know.
character attachment. Like I played
The
when
character
I was younger,
attachment I could
had
believe, but
Xbox
I don't
360,
know
so
why. But the gameplay just did not intrigue me.
It was. I think its allure back then was like, it was basically just like a lot of violence.
I was just gonna say get closer.
Yeah,
to
you,
Oh,
you move
my
it.
bad.
No, move it. Yeah, so then we could. Yeah,
There
you
we
go.
go.
Yeah, okay.
Remember, you could rearrange this, dude.
I
so
totally
you could-
forgot that I was actually supposed to be
Okay,
talking. about
yeah.
my I'm just gonna talk.
yeah. But yeah, it's just one of those that I really couldn't get into. I don't know why.
For me, it was the view.
The view that
I hate
what
that
was-
view where he's off on the side of the screen.
Oh, the third person.
The third person?
I was
person
actually, that was
off
gonna
the
be one of
side.
my clues.
The shoulder over shoulder view.
Yeah, I hate that.
Really?
That's
Because
what
a lot
really
of games
drew
are-
me away.
A lot of games are doing that
Yeah,
too.
they're like one of the first. Nobody really liked it in the beginning because everybody else was about the first person.
Well,
it was in the
I
first
thought-
person
but
shooter
Resident Evil
era.
4 did the first one of that, didn't they?
Was it?
Yeah, Resident
Well, I know
Evil
that
4.
they're just one of the first. I know that was kind of like an introduction to a lot of people. And
Yeah.
And see, I thought it was the first, and I hated
No,
it
Resident
because
Evil-
I wasn't used to it.
yeah, nobody
Resident Evil
was.
4
It's
was the
weird.
first one. I remember it because that was one of the things they announced, and that was on Resident Evil 4 was on PlayStation 2, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so it's
I don't remember.
It's like before Xbox.
4.
It's the one where you go to a town, Los Plagas. It's like the only PlayStation 2 one I could think of. It's like
Well, then
what-
that was the one I probably played the most in, but I can't
Yeah.
remember.
yeah, that one was the one that reinvented Resident Evil. That was over the shoulder, but it was a better over the shoulder.
It was more center screen though.
Yeah, it was more center
Yeah,
screen,
okay. That's fine.
But it was like you mean so it's not.
It's not 100%
It's not
center.
like
yeah,
right
it's
here.
just
Okay.
a hair over. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Huh. Okay. Well, that was a good one. That was really good.
Yeah.
And
he
Tien, I think you're leading in points ridiculously. and what did you say in the very beginning?
I'm gonna suck at this game.
Yeah, and you're winning like ridiculous.
One-
He always gets mine right.
Okay, so let's see how we do this week.
All right, I think he's gonna get it again, unless you know your good. Well, unless you know your anime.
All right.
Surprise, surprise! It's an anime series
Okay.
or anime character. First clue. The character's name is also the name of the series.
Okay.
Random is the second clue.
Okay.
And oh crap! What was the
I might
third
know.
clue?
Actually, I bet you he knows it more than I. 'Cause I guess, but I don't think I'm right.
I don't think I'm right, but I might know. Maybe I don't know.
Oh, what's a good clue?
But you know his anime is really stocked up. I
Yeah,
mean-
I'm really impressed.
I have
Yeah.
a lot of holes, though, as you can tell.
No. Trust me, you're still fine. You've
Um,
impressed quite a bit.
I want to say wacky, but the same thing as random. Blue, yellow, and black.
Oh, you go first because I have two choices.
I was kind of thinking JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
That's a really impressive guess, and I see a lot of resemblance to that, but that is incorrect.
It's Crayon Shin-chan, isn't it?
No, it is
Really?
not Crayon Shin-Chan.
Because-
Wow, this is a really good clue.
What,
Yeah.
what was
Hold
the
on.
clues?
Repeat the clues again.
Okay, the clues are the name of the character is the same title as the anime.
Okay.
Random
Okay.
and black, blue, and yellow.
Okay. And we both got it wrong, so now final clue.
Okay, so final clue
It's like bo 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 bo.
You got it
I was,
right.
oh.
No way, no way.
Yeah, you got it right. I was
could
gonna say nose hairs.
Yeah, if you said nose hairs, I would have gotten it there.
I know. That was
That,
really
that was
good.
good. That was good, man.
Good quick
See,
on the draw.
Look at this. Look at this. I'll tell you.
That was a good quick on the draw before I got that last
I
clue
was just
out.
trying to think of the colors. I was like, what does that?
I was thinking.
So the colors is his
uni-
shirt's
yeah,
blue.
yeah.
His
You have
pants are
good
black.
memory.
That's
I was
the
like-
thing. I was like, the colors aren't put to be in randomness. There's like 4 series running through my head that it could have been, and I don't know why it's a crayon because I was like, he used that before. He's not doing a repeat, is he?
I wouldn't be surprised if I did a repeat.
I know, but that's why I was doing. I was like, he's repeating because he named colors. I was thinking crayons. That's why.
That's a good.
Yeah, that's why.
Recollection.
Yeah.
What's the word?
That
Resemblance.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah. So that's really good.
Cool.
I'm glad you got that point.
So he's so happy right now because I did not. I did not.
I also call beginner's luck again. No, that was really good. All right,
Or
so
no life, one of the two.
All right.
that was
so,
Nerd Stump.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys
Okay.
enjoyed
So now we're going from game to game, our gaming area, where we're going to actually do a bit of an opinion piece about what we think gaming companies should do now, because we've just seen the first quarter results, and Sony has dominated overall, like hugely. Their PSN, their network, the network where you download and stream and stuff,
it. Mm-hmm.
4 billion yen alone. That thing made a majority. They sold the most. They sold the most consoles out of all 3 systems. They've been on the top of charts in Japan, I think in the U.S. too, and the world with either hardware or software. I mean, even One Piece actually got #1 in Japan, the Burning Blood game.
Really?
I'm happy with that. Don't
Is
shit.
it-
Yeah.
Well, that one
Yeah.
actually makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
of
it's a-
Japan and
yeah.
their animation
Yeah,
and their
but
gaming.
and with Microsoft, it's not the results are out yet, but it's in a 22% slump. It's doing okay. It never beat Sony's overall. I think it's like what 3-4 million units less, and it's not even doing it and it's not even going to try to challenge, because I mean Sony's also making the VR system that they're going to put out. They're also making a new 4.5 system. And they even said if this goes well, we may not even make a PS5. We may just keep improving what we have. And Xbox, they don't have any VR of known, because Microsoft's make a HoloLens, but that's for PC and stuff. One of the things they're trying to do, which is sort of catch-22, is incorporate the Microsoft like Windows and stuff into Xbox. So they're trying to make a PC laptop, a PC gaming console connection.
Huh.
So that sort of loses their rights to exclusivity. Because like I could get this on PC instead of having to buy an Xbox to play it.
Right.
And then Nintendo, boy, is it like their Wii U system was a huge failure, I would say.
I keep hearing that.
Like overall, I think it sold 7 million units total out of, and I think what I said, PS4s were like 18, close to.
Huh.
Yeah.
So in overall, what you're saying is Sony won the battle.
Sony's
pretty much
won
right.
the battle.
Yes, I chose right.
And like one of the saving graces for Nintendo, their amiibos.
Yeah.
Their amiibos have kept it.
And that really surprises me.
No.
And it doesn't surprise me out of marketing because they marketed it very well.
Yeah.
Because it reaches to the young generation and the
Yeah.
current generation, like ours and stuff, because it brings a whole different new way of gaming, and that's cool.
Well, no,
I
that's
don't,
the thing.
I don't
That's the funny thing.
understand
It doesn't
but
bring a whole new way, because how many other things have done that before? Because Disney Infinity.
I thought
with the
Disney
Skylanders and
Infinity
stuff too.
Yeah, I thought they were collaboration between.
No,
really.
Disney Infinity is its own thing. It owns the Marvel and Star Wars. That's why it has. And before both of them, before even both of them, Skylanders was one of the original. And before even that, that thing you were looking for when we were,
Scanners.
yeah, that was even before that. Think about it.
Well, Scanners was
It was still a collecting.
well, it was a handheld device, kind of like a Digivice. Over there.
over there.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's kind of like a Digivice, except it was you could scan barcodes with it. So you give it to your kid while you're in the store or whatnot to keep them calm and
Occupied.
occupied. They can go and scan barcodes. Well, when they scan a barcode, you either get a gift or a prize, or you have to fight a monster. And so you're sitting there doing this, and you come up with these little cards too that you can enhance your monster with. Dude, it was a really cool toy.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
But think about it. There was always times where toys were made for that. I mean, okay. And now we have to think about it. If we were the board of directors for each company, what would we do? Like, this is our table right now. We are the board of directors for Nintendo currently.
Dibs on Sony.
No. Well, all three. We're all three. We're all like, remember, it's a collaboration.
Okay.
Okay, so we know that they're trying to release the new system in 2017, the NX. We know nothing of what it looks. I told you guys earlier how much supposedly it's going to cost. And how much.
Too much.
Yeah. And, like, what would
Now,
we.
how much was that?
Around like $760.
$760.
Supposedly, this is what they rough estimate because Australia released a price for it. We don't even know if it's true, but
Okay, so their release. So in Australia, their release
is
price
999 Australian dollars,
which in equivalent is around
about
700.
760 for us.
Yeah. Wow.
And like we've seen what they've done. I mean, one of the things that was always unique about Nintendo is they were always trying to push stuff, which we've seen, 3DS and stuff. But now, what do you think they have to do to try to get back what they've lost?
They can make a lot of money just re-releasing all the stuff they did not make enough of.
For the amiibos?
They have been doing that more and more. Like I know they re-released Zelda
Mm-hmm.
again.
Now that is a trap, I think. Okay, you're doing good at the moment with Zelda, but don't turn it into a kind of like a. I mean, Mario's doing good, but it's.
Oh, you mean so we're talking about what, the amiibos, or we're talking about games here? What are we talking about exactly with this re-release?
Basically both. I mean,
Okay.
they did the amiibos and they did Legend. They did Zelda again. They released.
So they're re-releasing everything. So why do you think it's a trap, Zach?
Well, they just need to be careful because if they bring out too many remakes or they keep going with the flow of Zelda.
Do you see how many there are, Brian?
I know, but it's like the Mega Man effect. You keep bringing them out, well, they're going to slowly get worse. It's like making a copy of the original. The original is going to be the best, but if you keep copying it and trying to come up with new ideas, just stop before you make it into something bad.
Well, there's a counter catch to this. Remember the Star Fox game that just came out?
Oh yeah.
It tried to do new ideas with it. It tried to incorporate the the giant tablet keyboard controller. How well did it do, Austin?
I mean, I've seen a lot of copies go.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, it's nothing comparable to what Microsoft or Sony does.
Yeah.
Like their releases.
Yeah, and also the catch was a lot of people didn't like it because of the controls.
I hear that too. It's kind of like, well, what I heard from like the people who were like really big fans of it was just kind of like, was not what they expected.
Yeah.
Because they expected like it to be the game that they remembered, I guess. My bad.
So it was a nostalgia thing.
Yeah, and I think that was like the biggest issue with it was like people. It really wasn't a remake of it. I guess it was more like a continuation of it, even though not like story wise at all, but like with more new weapons and like tactics and like gameplay, I guess.
So yeah, it was more meant for the fans, and it was a nostalgia factor.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
But they're
well.
bringing new things, and it didn't work well
No, it
because
didn't.
That was their idea. I think the fans were expecting basically the exact same game.
And that's one of the things because it wasn't broken.
And you said it was a remake, but with more.
It was a remake. I thought it was.
It was.
I thought it was like a different type of story.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, it's a little hard to explain.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
with just since. This is what I hear because since I work at GameStop, I have to basically I'm paid to know about them. So I know like just enough about this one to get by because I haven't sold like personally. I've sold a lot of copies of it, but it's just like not enough where I'd invest my time into learning more about it.
And I mean that's the thing. That's one where they wanted the simplicity and the repeat of what worked, not just adding enhancements and stuff like that. We wanted just that game, and they failed on that. And with Nintendo, one of the big things is they don't have a lot of third party. I mean, really, everything that we established with Nintendo has always been first party. And like one other thing we have to think about is also with this new system, it has to go back controller. It cannot do this tablet. Like when you play a game, you play with a controller. It doesn't matter.
We've talked about that in the past.
Yeah, and you know it. And they're going to have to go back because we've seen samples. I mean, even my Vita, when I use it for the PS4, it still feels like a controller. It doesn't feel like you have to use the touch screens at all. It's a controller at least.
I really like playing Pokken on the tablet though. That felt
Really?
really good for me at least. Well, maybe because it was like the first thing that I played it on was a tablet, so I guess that would be.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Mhm.
But that also made it useful because you put it on that screen to focus on that screen,
Yeah, I
so it
don't-
has a
yeah.
purpose to that. So we said, what do you think we should like? As if we were Nintendo, what would you think we should do? I say,
I really think that releasing a new system is not the best idea.
you say no. You don't think
I-
the new system will help it at all?
No,
Not with that price.
Not with the
and
like.
second off, like with the falling off they have with like I guess like the sales of at least the Wii U system.
Oh yeah.
I would not be pushing that another system.
Well,
Now, what if it came with a new version of Zelda,
Because-
Super Smash
I mean,
Brothers?
you get people to buy it.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
well,
the thing. The
true.
new systems are going to have a Zelda coming out for a near launch date, and there's going to be a Smash most likely with that.
I just couldn't see it being successful considering like all of Nintendo's systems have been backwards compatible, and with I guess what I've heard from this one is that it would be its own.
Yeah, and I supposedly it's almost all digital.
So I don't see the allure in people.
So you have to have like an internet connection.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, with the Xbox
Well,
One
that's
and PS4, people have to basically have an internet connection for
Yeah,
most of the
they do
things
have
in
to
those
have the
games.
action, but this is why. Remember how I told you that the PlayStation Network made huge amount of money from just people downloading and streaming and stuff like that. That's what they made. So all companies are going, that's our main focus now. We're going to do hard copies for some people, but we're going to focus getting all the games digitalized.
I'm a hard copy guy. So
I'm a
just
hard
like-
copy guy.
Same here. I think
So-
it's just that generation.
Yeah, and I
thing.
mean with
Yeah.
Nintendo, I have to say they need a new system because the Wii U is so bad. They're going to stop production next year. It's like they're going to stop making it. And what do you do when you have a faltering system? You can't. And there is no like I cannot see any game that can improve it right now. There is no type of game. I mean, a Zelda one may, but it may just for nostalgia. But there's nothing, and they need the third parties because that's one of the things that always keeps the other companies up. I mean, you surely have exclusive, but Nintendo's only known for their exclusive. They don't have any big third branch, in which the next system they say they're going to work on the third parties. They're going to make it supposedly a controller again. The streaming thing pisses me off, but they're going to try to make it back towards something that isn't broken because they keep trying to fix something that wasn't broken.
how do you feel about the streaming thing?
Again, I'm a hard copy guy, so like streaming things, I'm just like, I'd rather not.
Now, what do you think about, because you work at GameStop, how do you feel that that'll affect your job?
Honestly, I think a lot of people think the same way. I mean, I did have like a 9-year-old kid. I was like, hey, he wanted to get Microsoft points to pre-order. I think it was Overwatch for his Xbox One and buy it there and stream it and download it instead of like coming to get a physical copy. But I was like, if you pre-order a physical copy, you get an action figure with it as well. So I mean, would you want the physical copy or do you want the digital one that's the same price? He's like, I just want the points. I was like, all right, bud.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
So Nintendo is just we just think it's overall. They got to figure out what to do. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is Microsoft, because it's the second worst of the three.
First,
I think they got a little bit better of a chance.
No,
than
they have
Nintendo
a
does,
better. No, they have a better
just
chance.
because of the idea that you gave a minute ago of Microsoft melding in with PC.
See, I think that's actually a disadvantage.
I feel like that. I would want to get a PC. if I
Well,
was
yeah, that's
Sony.
okay.
okay. I was looking at it as okay.
More
They get
opportunity.
to they can play all their games, hard copies, whatever, and PC. So they're not just gaining gamers; they're gaining a full nother, pretty much console era or
It's like
whatever.
an
No,
audience.
well,
Yeah, a whole nother audience to meld with them.
But-
So they're gaining an alliance.
Well, no, that's also the catch of it because.
Well, yeah, it can also be, Microsoft, oh, great, well, I'm not even going to play this. Yeah, it could be that.
Because you think about it, if you bought an Xbox One and you have a PC that's pretty close to the standards, and you could buy it for your PC, then mod it, enhance it, and make configurations, why would you get the solid copy when you know you can't do anything except play the game?
Mods are coming out for Fallout 4, which is kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Like that.
The console, at
Like
least.
that's the thing. Like
That'll be
w-
nice.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
with the Fallout game, like if people don't have a strong enough PC, they get the console version. But if you could get the console version and just transfer it over back and forth, what's the point of getting a console version when you could get a PC one, transfer it if you need to, but also enhance it and make changes to it?
I wonder if they could code it to where you can't transfer and do stuff like that.
They can, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, but in turn, it would be better, wouldn't it?
No, because then,
For them?
Well, no, because usually you want people to mod it because that means it has a new life to the game.
Then why don't they just come out with a console to where they... Oh, we're talking about game.
Yeah.
I was talking about consoles.
Well, it's the thing because a lot of consoles. That's also a catch with consoles is they're built as what they are and will keep it forever like that. With a PC, you can always enhance it, modify it, and change it. So that's another thing is you could always keep improving a PC. That's why would you get if I could get both games on a Xbox One or a PC? Why would I just get that and then I'd share both? Why do I have this exclusivity? If it only came out for the Xbox One, I would buy it only for that if I really care for it.
Well, another thing is there's different strokes for different folks. I mean, you got PC gamers. They probably don't.
Oh no, the PC gamers all like they.
It's a whole another level.
Yeah.
And I love PC games. I don't play them because I know that if I do play them, I'm not going to have a life again. Same with all my gaming. I gave it up because it grabs you and it doesn't let go. And it's mean. It's amazing. But the PC gaming and the Microsoft, I feel like I think it's a good move for Microsoft.
Okay.
But we can see where it's going to go. I mean, that's my
okay.
take.
And what else do you think they should do to help improve them or try to fix them?
I mean, I do think it's a cool idea. I mean, they already do a lot of things where you can like sync your Xbox One controller to like your computer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, what about so you said Microsoft isn't doing VR.
No, they don't have one for the system itself.
Why?
Because they're making a HoloLens, which is for like the computers.
I think that's honestly,
what is
in
this
terms of gaming.
HoloLens?
I honestly, I actually have no personal experience with that.
HoloLens is sort of like it's like
It's like the Oculus.
it's almost like think of Iron Man. You know when he touch screens, it's sort of like that. You set it up and you could put an image on and wear the glasses and put the image in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I don't remember.
So it's sort of like that. I mean, it may be coming for Xbox One, but I don't think it is. But I know with PC, it definitely is. It's sort of because they did a.
Have you seen the contacts lenses that they came out with?
No.
They have contacts lenses, which they might collaborate with Microsoft or
Oculus. Vive.
No.
I want
Sony.
an Oculus really bad.
Somebody. Anyway, they came out with these contact lenses that can actually make it look like you can project visual stuff like a computer, like you see in sci-fi.
Yeah.
But it's a contact lens. They've already have that technology, and they're trying to advance it.
But we won't see it for.
We won't see it for
a
at
long
least
time.
another 20 years, but it's already in process,
Yeah.
and they've already have a working prototype.
Yeah.
That's the cool part.
Prototype equals like 20 years.
Yeah, right.
Prototype.
Yeah, 20 years from now, we'll never see it.
I think the next like step of gaming, honestly, would probably be like the way like the Oculus and like VR is going.
It's done all right, but it's not done as well as people expected.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like it's a step in the right direction because it's like putting you more in the game, and I think that's what people want.
Well,
in the end.
yeah, I mean,
And
that's
right now,
nice.
it's still in the stepping stone. It's still in the very beginning. We're a technology-based generation now. We're going to be gaining so much speed here in the next 10 years that we haven't seen in the past 50 years.
I mean, think of like our growth from like 2000 to 2016.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's ridiculous. And it's funny because if you really think about it, like the technology we're using right now in this room, that took several years. Most of the stuff that's going to take the next 2 years, they're going to
Obsolete us.
buy within like half a few months. And it's like flashlight technology. Did you know that that's actually faster growing than computer technology?
I'm not surprised because you use it every day.
Well, when a flashlight comes out, a month later, it's already obsolete.
Yeah, it sounds like computers just like graphics
Yeah.
card. No, tomorrow it's outdated, man. Sorry.
So how will we improve Microsoft? So you say that I think it just had a bad start and pretty much it can't catch up. It's gonna have to like do something immense to actually fix them.
They, in appropriate terms, half-bootied it and didn't actually go in like all in.
Yeah.
Like, go back to like the Xbox 360.
They didn't go
PS3.
balls deep.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't.
Basically, like if you were to think Xbox 360 or PS3, Xbox 360 was the obvious choice.
Yes.
Yeah, the PS3 had a Blu-ray player, but that was about
Yeah.
it. Xbox won that race, and I think that made them a little bit lax because like when they moved to Xbox One and PS4 is definitely
The
winning
winner.
this one.
It's the winner, yeah.
And I think that's just because I did hear a rumor a long time ago is that they're gonna like discontinue a lot of like I guess eliminate work with like the Xbox side to it of Microsoft. And
Yeah,
that
because
was
it
kinda
actually
lame.
because actually it is one of the weaker things in Microsoft is
And,
their
and
Xbox division.
That is stupid because they could make a lot of money.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
winning people over.
But it's actually one of the weaker divisions.
And
They don't get as much profit. Like Sony gets huge profits from their entertainment.
And it's funny because if Sony and Microsoft, I believe, if they collaborated, they're
rival the
just
PC.
because they're rivals. No, not even
No.
with them, but just with each other.
Mhm.
If they together come and coexist
Mhm.
and fight against each other, they're gonna gain money on both sides because they're sitting here in the middle of a war, saying, "Oh, Microsoft or Xbox, no, PlayStation." Use that to your advantage. Make that, we need people to buy this because we have this technology. Well, we have it because of this technology. Use that to advance your technology and make it more appealing to your crowd.
As I wait
Yes,
for
but you know what happens? Whoever wins becomes complacent, like he said. So it's one
And
of
we're
those.
already starting to see who's winning.
Yeah, and we already know, and that's why we don't know if they're going to actually in the next few years release a new system or do an upgrade system, try to improve
Right. Now, why? And why would they? Because they've won. Now
Who?
they're just
No,
gonna,
Xbox hasn't win. I mean,
No, I'm saying
yeah.
Sony.
Oh, Sony.
Sony's won
But
pretty much.
Yeah, Sony's won pretty much, but you've seen that they're going, screw it, we're going. They're making a new system to upgrade for 4K. They're making VR. They pretty much, and they know they're making profit, and they know a lot. They made this system. This system was made a lot easier for game companies to produce games. I don't know how Xbox One is. Is it easier or harder?
It is a lot harder to use than my PlayStation. It's more complicated. I mean, it's not like
Publishers then must have a harder time creating games for it then.
you don't know. Like the dashboard is usually where you find out like news and information and whatnot. Usually it's super hard to find. I mean, like they've made it slightly better. I mean, they have like the important stuff easily seen, but like the stuff that's kind of like the underdog type of stuff gets pushed out. And there's no longer like indie games that you can download for like free and play. I think they actually are coming back with those, but that was a big thing in Xbox 360. You could play your Xbox 360 for hours playing free games that you got from these indie developers.
That's what you did.
I just played Goat Simulator the other day.
For
Really? Yeah.
the
It's
trial.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know we don't need, but Sony, what do you think they have to do to keep this? Do you think that they're doing the right path, or do you think there's anything?
Well, that's where the competition comes into play. In my mind, right now they're in lead, they're winning. If they lax, they're gonna fall apart. Because they have no competition anymore. They're not fighting, so they're not coming up with better. I mean, they're still gonna come out with better technology and come up with more ideas, but they're not gonna be competitive in it. They're not gonna be like, oh well, what can we do to better over their internet access, or something.
I'm just waiting for like a third-party console coming in and plays all three
Yeah,
systems.
right.
There is
and
those
there's
old
been
school ones.
and there's been talk of that. There's been talk of a new console coming out that plays anywhere from like PlayStation 1 all the way up to today's stuff.
Yeah, and
And
then
no
they will
matter
get-
what it
and
is.
they will get sued in about 5 minutes.
Right,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
that would be some. And now is the perfect opportunity for some other company to come in with a new console.
No, there is a new company. Well, there is a company that's trying to, and that's Steam Machines.
Yeah,
right.
Steam.
Yeah.
Steam is taking a
But
huge.
PC's growing.
Yes.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, have you seen anyone who really uses a Steam box or Steam machine?
No.
Yeah, so,
I haven't
They're
even heard of
expensive.
it.
They're like $700.
Yeah, they're
600.
yeah
From
And
500
it's-
to $700.
And it's a PC. It's really a PC that you made that they just pre-made. That's what
So
it
it's
is.
a PC for gaming.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
like basically a high-powered PC
Yeah.
for your TV.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's why
I've never
it
even
is.
heard of it or seen
But
it.
as I said, Sony right now, you say that they have to just keep improving and try and find competition to counter them.
Mhm.
I say that they are actually on a good high point. They just need to figure out how to enhance it. Like, they're going to do VR. Okay, figure out how to work the VR. They're going to do a new system. Just make sure you don't alienate the people with the old system. They know that the PSN is strong. Improve it. Make it so that
So
internet
less people can hack it.
yeah.
Right.
How many times have we heard that? So they could, make it easier for multiplayer, online play, or stream games or whatever. Figure out what they need to do because, I mean, you pay for that. Do you have anything, Austin, to help what you think Sony has to keep doing to stay up top?
Their membership's already cheaper than Microsoft's at this point. They can just continue the path they're going, but I feel like if they did that, they're going to end up in the same position Microsoft did at this point. So they would have to advance at some point.
Do you think backwards compatibility is something they have to reintroduce?
They can't do that with the PS4. So I mean, they would probably
No,
have to.
well, for 4.5.
Can it do backwards compatibility?
We don't know yet. We don't know what
Is that the rumor?
No,
I
but I
doubt.
still don't think they're going to because they have PlayStation Now and that's what they're pushing. They're trying to make you buy a service to play old school games.
I also think VR has a huge thing in this new generation
You
now.
think?
Yeah, we had a Sony guy come to the store not so long ago. He actually even said that they have like this like glove that they're making, or at least he told us.
The Power Glove.
Yeah, basically it's like the Power Glove come back. It's like the Move remotes.
Why?
Basically like, on instead of holding the remotes, you can
Yep,
have it on your glove.
I've seen it.
Why? I like you like a controller.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can hold more controllers if you have one on your glove.
Oof,
genius.
they also come out with who was it? It was what was it? Is it Helix?
The Vibe, or
Heil, the Vibe. Was it the Vibe?
the new system with the two controllers like
Yeah,
this?
you hold them in
Yeah.
your hand. Like
Yeah,
like
that's what
like a
Vibe
pistol.
uses.
Yeah, Vibe. I
Mhm.
don't know why I was thinking something with an H.
HTC.
Oh,
That's why.
okay. HTC.
Yeah,
Vibe.
that
Yeah.
I will admit, a lot of people like that. And
A lot of people, like the VR people that everybody I talk to, they're like, yeah, the Oculus is amazing. It's great. Yeah, the Sony, that's amazing and great. But the HTC Vive, that's the top of the line.
Yeah.
That's the cool stuff.
And it's like $200.
That's promising. Maybe HTC Vive is going to be the new console
Like a
to
dark horse
rival.
type of thing, too.
but you
That's
got to
kinda
have
cool.
the PC. That's the thing. It's not a console. It's a
Maybe they'll collaborate with Steam.
no, because
I can see buying a Steam.
No,
Steam
no,
machine if
I
it's
know,
a
but
machine.
Steam doesn't work like that. Steam's just a library of games where you
yeah.
download it.
Yeah, but
But I mean,
maybe-
like they have like the capabilities. to,
yeah,
like,
they
use
could
it.
have the capabilities.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who owns is it HCV.
Samsung should, isn't it?
No, Samsung has its
Or-
own thing.
I can
HTC
Google it.
We'll have to look it up. But we'll also have to say we're closing in right now on our time.
Bummer. This has been a really fun
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, because you're not being put down. I got the blunt of this.
I
pain.
think it's because I'm finally on my medicine again.
I got the blunt of the pain this week. That week.
Yeah, this whole week.
Yeah, and your guys are like, "Yay, I'm not getting it." All right.
HTC owns HTC.
Okay, so it's its own company.
Yeah,
Because I know they make cell phones and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, smartphones and tablets.
Well, sorry that we had to leave so late or early or whatever. If it's early, sorry. I'm not even going to try. But if you guys enjoyed it, you can go back and go to facebook.com and you can follow us at facebook.com/nerdlag podcast. And you can also follow us on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/nerdlag. And we're also on YouTube, which probably most of you guys are watching us right now. You can go up into YouTube search bar and type in nerdlag. Our channel should be the first one to pop up there. We also have a website, www.wordpress.com/nerdlag. And we are also on Twitter, nerdlag,
At
nerdlag podcast.
hashtag nerdlag podcast.
And hopefully, guys, we might be on iTunes soon.
We'll work on things. We'll work on stuff to see
We
what
might
we can
be later
Google.
down the road on some Google.
Mhm.
And
We're just trying to improve. And
if we get big enough with your guys' help, we might be able to get on to iHeartRadio.
we have long goals. Let's go. We got long goals for this.
So look for us in the future. I'm Zach. I'm nerdy, dirty, and flirty.
remember, guys, don't regret the things you do. Regret the things that you don't. And you can find me on also Twitch, Shinigami LDL.
I'm Austin. Glad to be here. I don't have a cool catchphrase.
You gotta make one up. You can make one
On
up
the
right now.
spot.
Yeah, just make one up. We just
I will say thanks for coming and joining us with us
Yeah, it was so
on
fun.
this.
It was a
And
lot of fun.
hopefully we see you a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
I'm up.
thanks,
I'm
because
up.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it
I
was.
found somebody who has my same anime stuff.
all right, guys. Well, we'll see you when I see you next. Meep.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.